The bad news is that Aldi still hasn't sponsored me, but the good news is there is no good news.
This is Molly, she is a girl. She knows nothing about the world. So come on, yeah, let's take a stroll. It's Molly the Millennial.
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Molly the Millennial. This week at my office, we are having a cookie exchange. So I decided to make toffee, which I realize is not a cookie, but I did not expect the rules and regulations of a cookie exchange to be so strict. So I'm making toffee. And while I realize that that's not a skill that millennials really need to know, I figured I'd kill two birds with one stone. So I filmed myself making toffee for the first time. And I think that the only thing that's harder than making toffee for the first time is making toffee while you're also trying to hold a camera. It was hard. The recipe actually isn't that difficult. You'll need 2 cups of butter, which is actually 4 sticks, and I didn't know that. The World Wide Web had to tell me. 2 cups of sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, 2 cups of some sort of chocolate chip. I used 1 cup milk chocolate and 1 cup semi-sweet chocolate, and 2 cups of toasted almonds. I guess you can probably use whatever nut, but almonds a pretty good nut, you know? You'll also need a baking sheet and some tinfoil. And that's all my recipe called for, but I haven't tasted it yet because it's cooling, so it might actually be awful. So maybe watch the end of this video before you decide to take my word for it. So here's my step-by-step process to making toffee. And actually, it's English Toffee. Here we go. Spread your sliced almonds down on a baking sheet and bake them at 350 degrees for about 5 to 7 minutes. Throw your 4 sticks of butter in a big old pot and melt those babies down over medium heat. Have you ever seen anything more beautiful? Once your butter is melted down, go ahead and add those 2 cups of sugar and your half teaspoon of salt. Now you're gonna wanna bring your butter-sugar mixture to a boil over medium heat, but you don't want it to burn, so you're gonna have to stir it pretty much like all the time. Find someone to stir that while you put greased tinfoil on a baking sheet. Sprinkle those toasted almonds on the baking sheet. Your butter-sugar mixture is going to start to boil, and that's okay. It won't be ready until it turns the color of a brown plastic shopping bag. Here's a trick to tell if your toffee is done. Grab a bowl of ice. Take a spoonful of your mixture and pour it over ice for a moment. If it's still the consistency of caramel, then it's not ready. Just continue to stir your mixture and you'll see it'll start to turn like the color of, I don't know, oatmeal. It turns brown. When you think it's done, go ahead and try that cool ice trick. Oh, snap! Get it? Because it's snapping, because it's toffee consistency. Once it's done, pour it over those toasted almonds on that greased tinfoil. Oh yeah, let's slow that down. Let your toffee cool down for 1 to 2 minutes, then sprinkle your chocolate chips on top. Let your chocolate chips get nice and melty, then spread all that chocolate over the toffee. I saved some of my toasted almonds, so I crushed those suckers up and sprinkled them on top of the chocolate. And then, after that, I put it in the fridge for about an hour to let it cool. And that hour brings us to right now. And look, I made toffee! No one is here to taste test it for me, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it. Good. The toasted almonds are really good. This is delicious. Damn. Oh yeah, that crunch though. Well, there you go, all you millennial jokers. That is one easy toffee recipe. So go for it, make it, give it to people. Eat a whole pan, I don't care. See you next week, bye. It's really so good though. I can't stop eating it. I'm a master.